Hello, I'm EO and we are back with the Tezhnid Covenant in Stellaris. This time, before starting, I would like to talk a bit about what is going on in the game and what generally the goals are. At least for the next few sessions. Well, you might remember that we had this problem with colonization, and we need other people from desert worlds to come to our planets. Unfortunately, they don't really seem to be all that many with that particular specialization. I think our friends, the Paxfordonians, have a desert preference, and then there isn't really much more. So maybe we should try to go for the other side of things that we can already colonize, like continental worlds. I believe there are better options there. These guys, they're generally more continental people around, but not so much either. The gel, for example, up here. I think, could we get the migration treaty with them? Oh no, they don't like that. I remember now why this was a problem. Well, our good now friends, the Lux Eritrax Empire, certainly also is for continental worlds, but other than that, really not that many options. Let me see, what can we colonize actually? We can colonize continental worlds and desert worlds, okay, fair enough. So, not so much fun with our multi-species empire just yet. However, we just have to move on like that for a while. Maybe we find some new empires out there that share our notion of colonizing planets. Well, then, second, I was wondering before why our good allies here haven't colonized anything yet before, which is part of the problem why we don't get any migrants into our glorious empire. And apparently both of these civilizations, both our neighbors, have never actually researched the New Worlds Protocol, you know, the very first tech that lets you allow to build colony ships. And apparently that never happened. I'm not sure why, but they seem pretty limited because of that. But oh well, let's start. I also feel like we should pick a side on this war down here, where apparently these guys here will actually very much like us, but they have arid preference. Unfortunately, otherwise it would be very easy to get the migration treaty with them. And our neighbors here, which would be the best target for our next conquest, they have a defensive pact, and that would mean that we have a problem if we want to attack them. However, I'm not sure if these two don't start cooperating that we can
System
anything
survey
to
complete.
do, or let's say we can't do anything to prevent the coalition of these two
System
taking over
survey complete.
this whole region down here. So maybe we should just attack and see what happens.
Research complete.
Well, if the pop will be finished there very soon, we might as well build another, what is it called, basic science lab. And we finished coil guns. Is there something interesting we had here? Not really. We could go for the very expensive battleship, but that would take 64 months. That seems like a lot. So maybe just get the obligatory missiles and solid projectile weapons first. Do we have a mandate? Yes, a minor mandate of all things. But we don't really have anything new to mine. So, where are my science ships? They are running around.
Construction complete.
Surveying stuff. Maybe I should survey this system here, because if that continental world is any good, we might be able to find someone who is interested to migrate there instead.
Research complete.
And speaking of colonizing new planets, I believe Ocean World. Virtual combat arena.
System
That
survey complete.
seems a bit excessive to pay one tile for that. But I'm not so happy about the other options, so let's just get it. It's a rare tech after all. But speaking of colonizing new worlds, we have this recently colonized planet here, which is doing quite well. But after that we also have to think about what planets to put in a sector this time. Dongar would be a good choice because it's nearly finished and it should have focus on, well, maybe we should finish it some more. It should have a focus on energy. And on the other hand, this two-planet system here that should just produce minerals would also be a nice choice. Because that's very easy. It's very easy to control if both the planets do the same thing in a sector. Although putting our main resource generation into a sector and then we only get 75% out of it, not sure if that's a good choice at this point. Also, we can now afford some new ships because the doctrine? Not sure how to pronounce that in English. The research that gives mere naval capacity has finished. Let's build a few corvettes, and on our home planet I think another cruiser. Something we can afford. And on our hotkey, so another destroyer. Another corvette
System
that
survey complete.
should make 10 capacity. And you finished surveying over here. Then survey some more. What is this? This is also a continental world. Well, seems like we're going to go continental for the next few colonies. This would be a nice thing to have. We should be able to grab... Oh, this and this system with lots and lots of minerals as well. It's a bit far away though. How much? 400 influence. Are you kidding me? Well, maybe let's not colonize that.
Construction complete.
But yeah, it feels like we should do something about this down here. Maybe
Construction complete.
can help the underdog here. They like us because they are fanatic xenophiles. Okay, I see. This will take some time.
System survey complete. Construction complete. Construction complete.
Let's clear that out.
Research complete.
So this is only 127. That seems doable. Uplift. Interesting. Maybe we can get ourselves some desert world dwellers this way. Have we any pre-sentience? That's not the right tab. These guys here, where are you? You are on Guhur? And we could probably Tundra is not very far away from desert, right? Let's do that, that sounds like fun. Meanwhile, that science ship is idle, because there are still all these threats. So maybe you can help your buddy over here with science in this part of the galaxy. Here we would have Arctic World and Arctic World if we ally with them. Okay, let's go for it. Declare rivalry. And now these guys suddenly like us. You're at war, that's why I can't offer you anything else. And we're too far away. But we could make them our vassal if we weren't too far away. Wow, Arctic
Research complete.
Be interesting. At least once we get the tech for Durasteel armor, yes please. So there. Continental as well, so... so should we liberate them? Like tributary. They won't know, so we should give them something. How about a new planet? What does that mean? No war member. Okay, right, I remember now. We can't have conquest war goals anyway, because our allies are giant pussies. So, how about Wild Ore? That's this. Where's Rorik? So how about you get that? And I get to liberate this. And maybe Thesabius as well. To give them that? No, they would be content to just let me liberate all of this. Can we get NF2? Yes. This seems like a manageable war goal. The question is if the war is manageable. Yeah. Let's... no, not just demands. Confirm is what I wanted to. So, for one last second, let's check if we have all the planets here. There's only one planet here, only one planet here, one planet here, and one planet here. Seems alright. Let's confirm, and we are now at war. But how this war plays out will probably remains to be seen in the next episode. And till then, bye bye.